Well, good morning, everybody. I'm out here at my local drag strip in the shutdown area. I'm going to run my brushless Baja, see what kind of mile per hour it gets. Hang with me till after the intro, and I'll tell you some more about it. Show you around.
1. Let's get started.
So this is the shutdown area, and like the finish line is way on up there. There's a road off to the right that is the short return road, and then you've got a long way, and then you've got the finish line, and then you've got 660 feet to the starting line. So I measured this one time, but I don't remember how long it is, but it's pretty damn long. So this is where we're at. Well, let's get everything out of the van and get set up. I really recommend getting a cart if you don't have one. I'm probably going to custom build one more to my liking, but even this cart from wherever it came from, I'm able to put my scale and my temperature gun and my radio and anything I might need, tools, batteries, anything I might need in the cart, and I don't have to worry about it. You have to get a case for your radio. This case come from Harbor Freight. It was like $24 or something. You pull apart the foam to fit the radio, and it keeps it nice and safe. Those things are expensive. So you gotta know, information's everything. So what I'm about to do here is I'm about to weigh my Baja with this fish scale that I got from Sportsman's Warehouse. It weighs in pounds and ounces, and it goes up to 110 pounds. So let's see what it weighs. $27.12 pounds is how much the Baja weighs. $27.12 pounds. So let's get the radio turned on and get the car turned on. We got to hook the batteries up first. And I turn the car on, and I'm waiting for the beeps. And I'm waiting, and there ain't no beeps. And I look, and I'm like, what's going on? Because I did leave some zip ties off that I should put back. So I disconnect the battery, and it comes on. But then it dies. So I had a loose connection somewhere, kinda. Maybe it was just a pop arc or something. So I hooked it back up and everything, and it came on, and I checked everything. Then I turned it off, and I turned it back on, and I checked everything, and everything was good. So we're just going to continue. Now let's see how fast this thing will go. So while the GPS loads, I'm just going to make a couple runs down through here, kind of get a feel for what kind of mile per hour it's got. I don't have the best tires on it. I've got to order some from BRP. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I changed the gearing a little bit on the spur gear. So I'm just going to kind of see what happens. Take it easy. This Garmin GPS is really awesome, but it takes a minute to load. So I'm going to get the camera set up, and then we'll be driving. Okay, there's that. We're going to start it. So here we go. I'm just going to run the car down, turn around and run it back, and then turn around and run it back, and we're going to see what it does. It's not got the best tires on it. The mini pins are not good. It spins really bad. You can hear it spinning if you listen. Let's see what happens. I am working on a better camera setup, possibly 2, or maybe a head-mounted camera to make these videos a lot better. You can hear it spinning. So it gets down there, and I'm not sure what happens to it, but it wouldn't do anything. So I turned the camera around and investigated a little bit farther. So let's spin the camera around and look down there. So here comes the car. So we drove it down, we drove it back. I'm just going to drive it around here a little bit and have some fun with it. And then we'll see what it run mile per hour wise and talk about that. It gets pretty crazy a couple times here, just messing with it. I changed the camera around here in a minute, and well, let's watch. Alright, I haven't seen the mile per hour, so we're both going to look at it together. Alright. $80.4 on mini pins. I'm really surprised about 80.4 because I know it was spinning like a bunch. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's drive it a little bit harder, see what happens. I think it pops a wheelie right here pretty good. While spinning. A wheelie while spinning. You ain't gonna believe what I did. Okay, so I didn't make a mistake. I forgot something. Here, let me show you. I forgot to tight the bolts. And they're still there. The motor just moved probably when it come down from a wheelie. I don't know. I got some pretty good footage though. I'm happy with it. So let me get it all packed up and we'll get going. Let's unplug the batteries and pack it all up. I had a really good time. We're going to talk about it a lot. We're going to talk about the data that the ESC collects, and we're going to look at the data. And that's going to be cool too. Y'all are going to really like that. I'm checking the motor temperature. The motor's about 100. which is nothing. And of course the ESC's nothing too. About 90. I don't even think the fans came on. Let's get a good picture of the GPS before I reset it. .4, first time out on mini pins, which will not be probably happening again. I'm gonna get my radio put up, buggy put in the van, and I'm out of here. It sure is a pretty day. Okay, so I'm back and I've got the car connected to the computer. I'll show you that real quick. This little interface right here connects the ESC to the computer. And you go into the ESC and you download the data that it stored. And I'll show you that here in just a second too. These MGM ESCs are really next level. There's just not really anything out there you're gonna get the information and the power out of, and those go hand in hand. Once it's all read, you get a graph like this. It's over 10 minutes worth of data, and it's showing 10 different things, capable of showing 23. And we gotta zoom in on the highest peak. Now we've zoomed in on the highest peak, we can see 14 seconds worth, which is 37,700 RPM, 350 amps, and it looks like, hold on, let's zoom in again. This is 2 seconds and 400 milliseconds worth, and you can see that it was only at wide open throttle for 1 second. Them MGM ESCs are crazy. I love them. I'm really trying to get a 863 or a 1063, which is the newest. But man, they're new, they're expensive. And they're hard to find used because people love them. But I'm going to do a whole video on the ESC and the program for the computer and how you can set it up and the support you get in Germany and everything. It's incredible. It's probably well worth the money. So watch out for that. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, shared, please do that. You know, on the Baja pages, on wherever, on your page, whatever. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to do. I try to get back to them. If I don't for some reason, I have not noticed that it's there. And say something to me, you know. But I really appreciate it. 80 miles an hour. Here, let's look at it. First run, 80 miles an hour with wide open for less than a second. See y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.